Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick. In today's set number 75197, this is the First Order Specialist Battle Pack, containing 108 pieces and retailing for $14.99 in the United States, which was the new standard Battle Pack price. This was released as part of the second wave of Last Jedi sets, one of the two Battle Packs from that wave, even though the other one was the Tatooine Jawa one. There's like, I don't know, they released, this is the same wave as the Defensive Crate and Octo Island Training. But this was, one of the cooler battle packs that they've done in a decent little while, just because it included these awesome new Executioner Troopers. And yeah, I mean, I was always a little bit drawn to it, but I never went out of my way to get it until I found it at Barnes & Noble for half price. And yeah, it's got 4 figures and a build like battle packs do, let's take a look at the build. So the build here is this little First Order cannon, and it's a small, simple battle pack build, but it's pretty decent for battle pack. Nice to get a little turret, and it can rotate 360 degrees. It's floated off the ground by one of these clear 2x2 round bricks, and the legs can be articulated up and down, which, if you wanted to, you could push them all one down further and make it hover a little bit further off the ground, but, probably looks best just the way it's designed in the instructions. And the seat has no studs. You just stick a figure on there, and there's a clip here to hold his weapon. That's nice. And you can angle this up and down a little bit, get a decent amount of range. So, I mean, as far as just being able to shoot things with this, it's got a good amount of range there. And, you can kind of aim at whatever you want. And then you just push the flick fire missile, and it will shoot out. I think this is probably one of the cases where the model looks better with this spring-loaded missile inside, because I don't know, otherwise you just have this kind of weird block on top. At least here it looks like it's sort of shooting a laser, but yeah, it's got the 2 barrels there, and just overall a pretty decent looking model. And the first 2 and less interesting figures we'll take a look at are the First Order Shuttle Pilot and this other First Order crew member, fleet engineer / something else, whatever he's supposed to be. He's kind of just here, and he's kind of the lame figure in the set. He's a little bit more common. But this helmet is actually really nice to get on the Shuttle Pilot. Yes, I don't know why there's a Shuttle Pilot piloting a cannon that's not a shuttle. But this helmet only otherwise appears in the First Order Star Destroyer. So it's kind of cool to get again here. And his face print underneath is the one with the nice little microphone on there. And this is basically the other helmet, but with the visor pulled up. And the molding on the other helmet here is pretty cool, but underneath he's just got a little bit of a generic expression, and both of their torsos are the same, and they both have unprinted legs, and obviously they both have stud shooters, with no alternate facial expressions and a little bit of simple back printing. And then the 2 figures are identical. There are 2 of these First Order Executioner troopers, and these are really nice looking figures. They've got the exclusive printing on the torso, and the helmet, the legs are actually the same as just a regular First Order Stormtroopers, which is what it is. And they also have these nicely built up weapons using this sort of element blade sort of piece that they've used in Ninjago a couple times. They've used it in other themes as well, but those are pretty nice. I like the way those are built up. They work for the weapons that they're supposed to be representing. And they're obviously Angry Clone, and there's just a little bit of extra printing on their torsos with the different arms, back printing. It's not that different from a regular First Order Stormtrooper, but I do really like the helmets. They look really good, and I like that black going down there. That's a really nice looking figure overall, and these are a cool little exclusive thing to get in the set. Obviously, they both have stud shooters. Overall, I think this battle pack is pretty decently done. I think that, the Executioner Troopers are a really nice draw, and it seems like they're going to be mostly exclusive for a while at least. We haven't gotten them again since. I guess I can sort of see in this case the complaint that these 2 figures are not the most interesting, and especially if you wanted to build up an army of these executioner troopers, it'd probably be a little bit annoying to get a bunch of those. But I do think that the overall amount of stuff here is pretty decent for an army builder. You know, you get a couple of those every time. You get to round out your first order crew with some random figures, and the turrets are pretty nice little builds. So overall, I mean, I'm happy with this. This is probably one of the better battle packs. I don't think it's the best. I still think the solo one is better, but this isn't bad. It's okay, and I like it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye, everyone.